A very good evening, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, ZMH 286. Just Patricia here tonight because Sunday, of course, is David's fishing program. So we've given him the night off because there's hardly anybody out there on passage at the moment, except for Colfie, who are approaching some stage in the middle of the night, Port Vila. But others, Anahata and Rubicon, have got into South and North Minerva, respectively. Interesting email from Rubicon, actually, because they had a water spout. It's always interesting sitting in the cockpit looking at a water spout and wondering what's going to actually happen. You sort of have visions of tornadoes in the south of America and things, but evidently it was just a normal sort of water spout, which created a bit of interest. So all seems to be good. Hopefully somebody will come up from the Minervas to tell us what the weather really is. We're just looking at model stuff here. There is a bit of cloud around on the satellite picture, but nothing very dramatic. It's all above Fiji, actually, so pretty decent weather out there. And the boat that left here yesterday, it's a catamaran, and it's doing very well, thank you. We've had no wind at all. There's just a low sitting over this part of the country, Gulf Harbour, and we've had no wind, but we had loads of rain till about lunchtime, and then it's just been a glorious afternoon. 16 degrees it was, now it's 15, it's about 40% cloud cover. 2 knots of wind from the north, but there just hasn't been anything in this low. 1011 and steady. Thanks to the couple of very helpful people who told me that I was not sending any sound out on the streaming. I look at the streaming thing here and it says excellent connection, but it does not tell me whether the sound is going out or not. So I have to turn around to the back of me, which is the computer. It's like Houston Control Center here. It's behind me, and I didn't notice that it's the connection to the microphone that I'm looking at right now. It's always connections, isn't it? Every time we've had problems with one of the various communications on board Chameleon, we always start at the drama end, the actual unit, the radio or the telephone or whatever it happens to be, but it's always connections. It is the very first thing one should start looking at for troubleshooting, but you always start at the expensive end for some reason. It's just something in our mental setup that makes you do that. Anyway, I apologise for the lack of any noise the last 2 nights where we've talked about weather and a bit of news, a bit of depressing news now because of the fact that New Zealand officially is in recession, but just a tiny one, says the Prime Minister, just a little one. But one of the things I did want to repeat was that I do have a very good summary of all the festivals in Vanuatu. It's a one-page thing which I could send anybody that wants it that is going to Vanuatu. They have some really good festivals over there, actually. One of them is really a traditional one. It's called Return to Your Roots, or My Roots. It's up in Ambrym, the northwest side of Ambrym. And I noticed it used to be a 3-day thing, and they have this very famous Rom dance, that's Romeo, Oscar, Mike. But it's now in July, that one, and the normal Return to the Roots is still on, and that's in August. So if you want me to send that to you, just let me know. Send me an email, ghradio@extra.co.nz. Okay, let's go to I want to start with Colfie. Peter, ZL, this is Gulf Harbour Radio. You on frequency, over.
I'm on
Yep. I just missed the night because I'm switching to your clearer actually on the northern antenna. So about what time will it be, and what is your? Well, give me the full works, and then we'll see from there. Over.
Okay, I'm at 1611 south, 16758 east. I'm heading of 0 to 0 magnetic, expecting about 6.1 knots, and the cloud cover is 10%, and pretty gentle, 2-metre swell with about 15 knots out of the east-northeast.
Oh, east-northeast, that's interesting. Okay, just repeating that, 1611, 16758 east, 020 magnetic, 6.1. Cloud cover is 10%, 2 metres swell. I guess that's going to go down a bit once you get into the lee of the island, and certainly when you get inside Malay Bay and the harbour, it will be very pleasant. 15 knots of east-northeast. That's interesting, east-northeast. So, well, I presume you're doing pretty well. Quite satisfied with the progress. 6.1 is pretty good. And not too tired, I hope. Over?
No, I'm not tired at all. I've had a very lazy day, lots of reading and lying around and catching up on sleep in preparation for my night arrival.
Yeah, it is good to have a nice, easy day. Boy, 10% cloud cover, it would be easy to nod off, and there's not much around you. There's a huge, I'm not sure whether, you probably will see it. It's an absolutely gorgeous looking motorboat coming from Australia. So you might see that at some stage. You'll probably wonder what on earth's coming towards you. That's on its way from Australia. There's another one that you won't see, a smaller sailboat, but you're ahead of that probably. But yep, and a couple of boats coming up from the south of the chain. But yep, all looks good. Visibility will be good, and you should have a nice, pleasant entry and find the quarantine area. Peter, over.
Yeah, that sounds great. And is it moorings or anchoring that you do in a quarantine area?
Unfortunately, I've asked a couple of people. Now you have to anchor in the quarantine area, and the moorings are when you go through. Unless this has changed, the moorings you'll go through tomorrow, but you can't do that at night time because you go through a very narrow part past the township. So unless they've added moorings in the quarantine area, which I haven't heard that they have, you will be anchoring. It shouldn't, with the sea conditions you've got, you won't have any trouble there. It's a bit of a swelly area sometimes, but won't be with the conditions you've got. But yeah, then tomorrow, after you've set it, what is it tomorrow? Yeah, Monday, you should be fine because they'll probably clear you quite swiftly. Then you'll be able to go and get a mooring. Over.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm really looking forward to getting there and enjoying the festival activities of Vanuatu.
Yeah, indeed. I've sent you a copy of that page that I've just talked about, so you will get that when you arrive. And if you get sick of the mooring area and the busyness in there, you can always go to Malay Bay because when it's calm, it's quite pleasant there. And of course, the transport is really easy to work out. People will tell you sort of wander up if you're in Malay Bay, or in fact, if you are in Port Vila itself, you just find out what's going where, and you can just jump on the little bus type thing. So yep, you'll enjoy exploring. So have a good time. Over.
Hey, thanks for that, Patricia, and thanks for your wonderful service. It's been really great to receive and transmit to it.
Yep, that's a pleasure. It's nice for us to keep in touch with the boats heading up. Yep, hope actually Vanuatu is our favourite island group, really, for interest. So you'll enjoy it. Yeah, we came in once from the top when we'd been in the Marshalls and came down, and we did enjoy the islands at the very top because they are really quite traditional. The Vanuatu people are so lovely. They're very hard working on the land. So yeah, it is. It's you'll find it quite special. Okay, we'll clear with Kulfi. Have a good, safe night and arrival. And is there anybody else? I would like to hear from Laris to see how their radio fixing is going, but I'll keep my ears pierced. Is there anybody else?
Do you copy?
Yeah, I do copy Lady's voice, but I missed I'll just have to turn the volume up a bit. I missed your name, the boat name, so go ahead and tell me where you are. Over.
Ladies, vessel Sweetwater. Do you copy something?
I certainly do, Livia. Sweetwaters. I thought I recognised the accent there. I know you've left Port Vila. Where are you now? Over.
We are at Malay Bay, and we are going to stay at night here. And tomorrow we are heading to Isema Bay, Port Havana. Over.
Aha, heading up to Port Havana. Yes, we love it up there. I would try and find, there was a little spot we had up there that had a very small, really interesting reef. It had stonefish and really strange looking lionfish. And it's really hard to describe where it is. It's, as you go in, it was sort of on the right by a buoy which somebody used to use. But anyway, in Malay Bay, there used to be a little cafe. Is that still there? Over.
Bar, which is super cool design. They have a live band, right? And we can hear from the yacht. And there is a Highland Island store, which is not that very welcome to guests. We need to pay to have beers on the bar. We need to pay around $30. If you want to go there, you cannot have drinks from the bar. Don't know. What we have here is the beach bar, which is very nice.
Oh, wow, your signal came up a bit. I was actually going to check whether you were on high power or not because it was quite light, but it's now coming up a bit. Oh, gosh, that brings back a lot of memories for us. We did enjoy, I'd have to say we do enjoy Vanuatu, and yet spent quite a bit of time at Malay Bay when we could, depending on the weather. So, yep, well, you'll enjoy getting to up there to Havana, and that's pretty enjoyable too. Actually, sometimes we would just stay in Havana, and I would get David to drop me off, and there's always transport down to the market, so you can hop on a not all that comfortable little van type bus and go down to the market if you eventually run out of fresh produce and you want to get something and you can't be bothered taking the boat all around and down again to Port Vila. You can just do a trip and then come back with them later in the day. It's all possible. So, but anyway, hi to Stephen, and enjoy your time heading north. Over.
Okay, thank you very much. It was nice to talk to you.
Roger that. And I'm just, hopefully I remember to send you the that list of things. I better just check that. Okay, we're clear with Sweetwaters. Is there anybody else? Hello, David and Raywin at South Minerva. Go ahead, over.
Good evening, Patricia. Had a beautiful arrival this morning. And it was not easy to get in than I thought it was going to be. So there were a couple more boats. We're down to 3 of us tonight.
And what's the weather like at the moment?
From the south, I would guess it's picked up a bit this evening to about 12 knots. So that again is, and they put out that trade wind cloud, 30%, cloud cover, but beautiful sunset and beautiful warm water over.
Have you been in the water already, over?
The water is so clear, and the color is, makes your whole thing kind of forget about it after 4 years of nothing to see.
Oh, you're making me envious. Yep, everyone is talking about the crystal clear water in the Minerva. So, and of course the warmth. I very rarely get in the water here in New Zealand because it's too damn cold. But yeah, it does sound lovely. All right. Well, have a good enjoying a few days, and we'll certainly be keeping an eye on the weather for those that want to go north, but others will be spending some enjoyable time in the Minervas because it is a really special place. Okay. Thanks for letting us know, David, and certainly enjoy it. Okay. We'll clear with Anahata. Is there anybody else? Oh, my goodness, Tim, that's a good strong signal. You must have fixed something, over.
Oh, great. That's great news. I've no idea what I'd expect, but looks to be anything wrong. I just went round and fiddled a few wires, and obviously that worked. So great news. You're very clear as well. We're left at Cove at the moment, anchor and enjoying Fiji.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit annoying that you don't know what you did to make it work, though, over.
Yeah, that's always a little bit annoying, but anyway, I'm not complaining. We're back on the air again now, so all good.
All right, well, enjoy Fiji. It's good to enjoy it whilst it's not too crowded with boats coming west. So, yep, certainly make the most of it. And yeah, it looks pretty decent up there today. It can be quite snotty sometimes, but at least that trophy thing is sort of above Fiji, so enjoy it. And hello to Nancy. Okay, clear with Laris. What a good signal. And is there anybody else? Hello, Zoomex. I hope you guys have got out of Naui area now. I was beginning to wonder if you'd got stuck. Over.
No, well, actually, we enjoyed a few days of relaxing. Well, the novelty of this year was to find this new marina, Naui Marina in Kamisamu, which is a really, very, very good place. It's still under construction, but the essential things are there. And so it's a good place to stop after our concerts, to rent the boat and relax a bit. And so we spent there a few days with YTK. And today in the early afternoon we left. We are now in our position. We are now at 165.3 south and 179.28 east. We are on a course of 200, and we were expecting to have southerly winds, but actually we're having southeasterly winds, so we guess we will have a night of catching against the wind, but we'll see, maybe it will improve a bit during the night, and our destination is Banga Balabu, where we expect to be there tomorrow. Over.
Roger that. Okay, on the way to the Northern Lao Group, 1653 South, 17928 East. They're on a course of 200 with southeast winds. Yeah, I'm looking at the southeast. I'm just looking on the screen here. Need the other boy around here. But yeah, it does show on the grids that it's meant to be south, doesn't it? I can see why you've been misled a bit there. But southeast, so anyway, not too far away. So enjoy the Northern Lao. Over.
Thank you very much. And yeah, just wanted to say hello to you and you'll keep in touch.
Yeah, and enjoy the lovely Lao Group. That's one thing that we did miss out on in our cruising because it was a bit of a hassle when we were doing our cruising to get to the Lao, but it's good now that it's all sorted out. Okay, clear with Zoomax, and is there anybody else? No, that's it. So have a good evening, everybody, and we will be back again in full strength tomorrow. And well, I'm not sure that about the full strength because it's my walking day tomorrow. And we've got a walk around the Lee Peninsula, which is further north of Warkworth here, and the new motorway. For those that know about the very long process that New Zealand goes through making the new motorway, but it is finally, well, we hope it's open to the public tomorrow. It has been officially opened, the new motorway that makes the trip through Puhoi and past Warkworth very much more pleasant. It's going to take 12 minutes, I think, off the trip and make it a lot more pleasant. So we'll be on the motorway tomorrow. David said, well, you better get it on the first day because then you can be assured that there won't be any potholes and the seal won't be breaking up. Wasn't that rude of him? Anyway, the new motorway is open, so to get up to Lee, that will be of interest as well as the walk, which will be quite a long walk, and it's forecast to be on and off showers. So anyway, I should have the energy for the net tomorrow. So have a good night, everybody. Sounds a pretty pleasant night for those, especially for Colfie at sea and for Kaya that left here yesterday. So have a good night. And a special thanks for the people that let me know that my streaming wasn't working. It was much appreciated. Cheers all.